on the back, I got them boxed up. Louis on my feet, I'm sitting flat. I send the card to the bar. Got them bottles coming back. I send the card to the bar.
You already know how we do each and every Thursday. I got the one and only Yip is in the building. Yay!
Hey, baby. Ooh, you made me feel a certain type of way.
I do that to
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, it feels good to sit next to this man right here. I'm telling you, you know what I'm saying? Are you humble as you look?
Yeah.
You must be. You right here on Bankhead.
Yeah, I'm on Bankhead.
On Bankhead, yeah.
By myself.
Hey, we got Good Game AT checking in one time. You say you on Bankhead by yourself.
By myself.
That's what I'm talking about.
Stop it. I've been out here since they were gambling downstairs in the Blue Flame.
What side of town you from, Gil?
I'm from East Point.
East Point. Okay, East Point.
But you know, growing up, man, it was all about the west side and the south side. So
Okay.
these were the streets that I, participated in as a young youth. I went to
As far as
high
like,
school.
as an artist, you was found here on the west side?
No, I was on south side because I'm from East Point. You know, I'm from Helen.
Oh, so they ripped you real hard. Okay, they.
Yeah, because, I had the Dungeon family from over here. Cujo from the west side, Rico Wade from the west side, half my family from the west side, so.
Oh, okay, but okay, I see what you're saying.
Okay. From the
Okay.
west side, so we was here, you know what I mean? And I went to school on this side of town, so I got kicked out of Fulton County. I couldn't go. I had to go
Wait a
to
minute.
public school.
Did he just say he got kicked out of Fulton County?
Yeah.
How do you get kicked out of a county?
When you beat up a 12th grader on you're a 9th grader.
We'll be right back. We're about to go into some sponsors. How long you been doing music?
Since I was 15, 14 years old.
14, 15. How did you start out? What was your...
I met this guy. This guy moved to my neighborhood, man. His name is Ray Murray. He is one of the
Oh, no, Ray! Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean? Ray moved to my neighborhood. He was from the west side. Also, he was like from Sylvan and all that on the other side. So that Oakland City Station, that was where he was from.
Okay.
So he came to my neighborhood in East Point. He the first one that showed me a drum machine. He the first one that wrote my rap, showed me what the difference was graffiti. He the first one.
He wrote your rap?
Yeah.
Okay,
he taught me how to rap.
Okay, Ray, okay. I ain't know he did all that. I know he produced. I ain't know. Okay. All right. So he wrote your first rap at what? You was about 14, 15?
Yeah.
14. Okay. So how did that work out for you? That first rap song?
It was all good. That's just like when you go and learn karate. You got to go in there and learn the basics before you can do it on your own.
Okay.
So what he was doing was teaching me how to do it. How to write lines, how to go line for line, how to keep the subject matter the same, how long is an 8 bar to a 12 bar to a 16 bar.
And he knew all that.
He knew all that because back in the day, like, we didn't really know. So Cujo used to go into the studio and Cujo might do a 24 bar track.
Okay, that's too long.
It's too long. So Organized Noise, Rico, Pat, and Ray would come in and say, yo, let me take this on, let me really produce it. So, that's what we got from him.
Shout out to Ray Murray for making you who you are today. Okay, so without him, you don't think that this life of yours has been possible, or?
No, he taught me everything I know about this, and he taught
That's
everybody.
good, and I see you paying him straight homage.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful thing. So how did you link up with the Goody Mob?
The Goody Mob. Me and Cujo went to school together. Me and T-Mo went to school together. Went to Mays High School, graduated in the same class. CeeLo, he always was running with my brother.
Okay.
His cousin was named Floaty. So Floaty, who was from the Attic Crew. So he Floated from East Point. So my brother and him, they always knew each other, and they had another partner named Preacher. So that's how I met CeeLo initially.
Okay.
The next time I meet CeeLo is when I met him at a dude's named Glenn Cookhouse over here on PYT Payton, right up the street, MLK, you know what I mean? So
okay.
I was over here in the park. We was over Glenn Cookhouse on Payton, and that's the first time I saw Cujo and CeeLo battling each other. And it was the first time that I ever saw anybody, first of all, he was younger than us. We was going on 17, going in, and he was just like 16. You know, him and they were young.
I'm just 16. That was a year.
But him, well, no, we was kind of like 18.
Okay, so he's
okay. 3 years older than Twan, which is Big Boy, 3000, and CeeLo. They the same age.
Okay.
Me, Cujo, and Timo, we the same age.
Okay,
so they are little homies.
Okay, so they are so okay. Your brother hung with him and his and all that. How did y'all become a group? We'll be right back. We're about to go into some sponsors. Yo.
What happened was when I went back to the dungeon the day I saw CeeLo, and I told Ray and Rick and Sleepy about this guy I saw singing, battling Cujo. So the next day they bring CeeLo to the dungeon. At that time we putting together the Outkast's first album. We went into Bosstown. The first song we did was Get Up, Get Out and Get Some. And then Cujo and Timo got on the album, and they was on a record called Call of the Wild, and that's the beginning of the Goody Mob. Because everybody was in the Goody Mob.
So you made Goody Mob?
No. Goody Mob was already together. Cujo.
Oh, they came later.
Yes,
okay, you added them.
The original way Goody Mob started with Cujo Goody. It used to be Cujo Goody and the P-Funk Goody Mob. They used to hang with a dude named Liam. They used to be in Dixie Hill. Y'all know what the P-Funk Goody Mob is. Y'all know what it is. So that was some street stuff. So when Cujo came over into the actual studio, we took Goody Mob, and Goody Mob was really, everybody was in the Goody Mob. You listen to Outkast's first album, I wasn't even in the Goody Mob yet. Remember Dre said Big Get Goody Mob?
Okay.
Remember, we wasn't a group then. We just started putting the group as we started building Outkast's record.
Oh, okay, got you, okay. So how long has that been since the start of Goody Mob to today? How many years is that?
21 years.
21 years.
21 years, we all
wow. And you actually basically got huge before a lot of these artists. They be talking about, I've been doing this 10, 15 years, and it sounds like you got started like right away.
Yeah, I got started right away.
Like, so you was truly blessed. That was a blessing.
I was truly blessed, but at the same time too, I can't say the person that really put the bug of music in me was a lady named Jean Carn, who was a 70s star back in the 70s. She was from MLK, used to go to Washington High School.
Okay.
She is the first person in my neighborhood who used to bring New Edition to my neighborhood. I met Stevie Wonder in my neighborhood. I met Peabo Bryson in my neighborhood. And she was the first artist that took me to an actual concert. You know what I mean? When I was a kid, her kids had their birthday party at the Fulton County Stadium with the Jackson 5. So me as a child, I've always been around the entertainment business and always been around real artists who sold records. And I used to go into a room and see all the Grammys and this and that and the other. And
you
as
just
a kid,
had the dreams after that.
However I'm gonna get to it, I'm gonna get to it.
You wanted that.
You
wanted that. Okay, so we'll be right back. We're about to go pay some bills.
It's your boy Dre Beans, and you're listening to New Radio. Yo, it's your boy Jay High. I want to give a shout out to my boy Mook B, the whole New Radio staff. Tune in, man, every day, Monday through Sunday. Huh?
Yo, what's happening with it, man? It's Kid Michael Montana. My favorite new radio station is New Radio. Make sure y'all tune in right now. We're going live. Tell them.
This the Queen on New Radio. You can catch me each and every Thursday on the T-Baby Timeline Show, 8 to 10. Make sure you tune in for my exclusive interviews and the best music played on New Radio.
What was the first big Goody Mob hit that wrote the check and you was like, wow?
I don't know if it's a Goody Mob hit, you know what I mean? Well, all of them were hits in our time, you know what I mean? And still, they still pay today. I just think the first record will always just be remembered as such a timeless record, and that's Cell Therapy. The first time they heard Goody Mob, it was Cell Therapy. And
okay.
For us to talk about that record right now, everything we talked about in that record is what we live right now. You see the camera, you see the state police, you see everything. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that was then. It's really like almost 1.5 million now. Like, so it's still selling.
What's so crazy? Look at the tape deck. That was some G code about it. You know what I'm saying? That lets you know the history. history, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Cause my first album came out on cassette tape.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, hey, but now, so y'all got a Goody Mob hit type of
We got
thing?
we had a Goody Mob reunion. We put out an album called Age Against the Machine last November. We had a TV show on TBS, did great numbers, did almost 800,000 viewers every time we came on TV.
Oh, wow.
We had a mishap. My brother was going through, legal stuff, little trouble,
Alright.
little trouble on that Twitter, and they pulled our show just because of, a certain stance on something that was regarding women.
Right now, the black men, I think, are under attack.
We're under attack because that's the only way they can control us right now. Is to take all the money that we earn. And see, we are creating all the music, all the styles, all the entertainment, football, everything, basketball.
Control
they have to pay
that.
us at the highest level of the pay scale right now. So the only way to take the money from us is to charge us for the things that we may do personally.
Right. They might mistake you though. They might think you Hispanic. They say, leave him alone. He ain't did nothing. Look at the good hair. So I think you're safe. You know, wait. Yeah, one thing about Goody Mob, y'all all had your own look.
Yeah.
Y'all didn't even look like y'all knew each other. Like y'all didn't have the same fashion people or nothing. Everybody had their own look. You know, like New Edition, they all dressed alike. And y'all had your own individual style that made each and every one of y'all authentic. And that was the good thing. You know, I mean, that was the, like y'all didn't do all that. Let's wear the same clothes.
No, we didn't do a lot of
that. Y'all came out rocking different swag.
And I think that's the reason why people remember us.
Your own different way.
We never blended in with the crowd.
Exactly.
We never did that. And during those times, you didn't want to because you wanted what your expression was to be heard. And the only way you could stand out was to be original. And that's the difference between now and then. You know what I mean? Now, it's about you following what the trend is. Then it was about creating your own trend.
Oh, yes. Hey, can we get a little personal, though? Back in those days, were y'all wild? You know what I'm saying? Like, we got ladies just everywhere. I mean, when you first experienced that, was it too much? You was like, oh, this too much.
I think it was all too much for all of us at the time because we didn't know the responsibility that the music was going to put on our shoulders. We didn't know what fame felt like. We didn't know none of that.
So, was it stressful or?
I think it was just stressful just to learn how to live with your life in the public eye and at the same time have to learn how to keep some for yourself. So you have to go through the ups and downs of life to understand what's good and what's bad for you.
Okay, how do you maintain to stay out of the crazy blogs and the TMZs? How do you as being an individual Goody Mob artist, how do you stay out of all that controversy?
Let's go down. I dropped a solo album in the early 2000s, New Mind Frame. I sold 100,000 independent. Back then they said it was a flop. Right now that's good numbers.
Oh yeah.
All right. So then I left. I created a group called Kinfolk with Ali from the St. Lunatics. I was on Nelly's next album, which was Sweatsuit, that sold 8 million records. Then we dropped a Dirty ENT compilation that went gold. Me and Ali dropped our record that went 350. We had a good single that charted over here and in Europe. Then I left there. We got Grills. That was a #1 record. That same year we was getting presented by BMI for our #1 record, and that's when I saw CeeLo again, which he was overseas that whole time with Gnarls Barkley. When we saw each other, we knew that we were gonna do Goody Mob again. We put that out. We put the Goody Mob out, television show, and now I went into the studio and I started recording songs because I stopped recording after CeeLo had dropped FU because we was all over the world doing everything. From Dubai to, come on, man. London, Manchester, Netherlands, Australia, everywhere. We was all over the world, Japan. So we did that for 3 years. Then we caught The Voice. I left Atlanta and moved to LA. to watch everything as my brother settled in to do his thing at Divorce. While he was doing his thing at Divorce, I was in the studio learning how to get back into the swing of things because I've been out of the studio for about 2 years. And I just started creating music and having fun, and there wasn't nobody around me or telling me what I got to fit into. I just started having fun again with music.
Okay, and that's what it's about.
I called 3000 and I said, 3000, I've been working on music and I want LA to hear. I don't have no numbers on him because I'm out of touch with him. He said, well, I'm going to come to your house and I'm going to listen to the music. If the music good, I'm going to call LA and tell them to set up a meeting so you can go see him. So 3000 came over to my house. I let him hear a couple of songs. He cut the music off and he said, yo, man, I'm going to call LA. You know?
Oh, he did? He listened to it? Okay.
He did that. So I flew to New York. I went in. I saw LA. I played 2 songs for LA. He cut it off. And then, hey, man, he said, welcome home. And it's great to be signed back with LA because
oh, this is recently?
Yeah, this is right now.
Oh, okay. So what's the record label? LA?
Epic
Records.
And right now
okay.
it's being run by, L.A. Reid and Sylvia Rome, and I'm glad to be back with Sylvia because she's the one that signed me when I was with Nelly and Kim Folk and all that. So
okay, so you really back working. You a signed. Hey, you know what? A lot of these independent artists, cause I deal with them a lot. You know, a lot of them be like, oh, I don't want no deal, and I don't want this, that, and the other, right? Can you tell them the difference of being independent and a reason why they shouldn't be saying that they don't want a deal? Because I don't understand it either. I thought a deal is like that machine that a lot of y'all need.
Yeah, it's a machine that a lot of us needs. And I feel like this. You got to understand this. I just think that the independent world is always going to be good because now we have the advantage of the internet. It's like when people like Chief Keef and what Soulja Boy did with his career off the internet, it made the whole system, the whole industry have to take
now. Soulja Boy did break the internet. I can honestly say,
you know.
Yes.
So for me to watch that and even watch the fame of a Chief Keef for these kids now, we didn't have the tools of the internet. Right. We had to go from town to town to stage and impress people and be the best every night. You know what I mean? And I just think with having this extra technology, I just think it shows in the artist, professionalism and where they could go if they just didn't have the extra stuff to use. They would go the extra mile.
So what is a good thing about having a deal?
The great thing about having a deal is just knowing what you're doing as an artist. See, I do music, I don't do rap. I've always done music. Everything that Goody Mob has ever rapped on has always been original music. We have not sampled nobody's music. Everything from our rhymes to the things we talk about will always be original. The same goes with my mixtape I just put out on Thanksgiving. I'm already 100,000 views and I ain't never did this before.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
So you didn't put out none of this music before Dre heard it? Andre went in?
No, I didn't put out none.
You didn't. So that's what these new artists are making like mixtapes every other week. So
I never do another mixtape again. The only reason why I did a mixtape was to prove to everybody that it's a way to do mixtapes and it's a way to do albums.
Oh, okay. All right.
And the reason why I did a mixtape was because I put out my first single with CeeLo. It's called Shine Like Gold. I was already in the top 20 and the top 40 pop in the UK. So I was already in the top 20, and once this mishap happened with the trial and this and all that, they pulled my record worldwide, which was already charting in Europe, Japan, and Australia. They pulled my first record that I dropped in 10 years and worldwide. So I said, okay, I'm holding on all this street music. A lot of my album is not the same as my mixtape because I went through a growth spurt in making music again. So I said, look. After we did Outkast at Last, and I said, yo, 30,000 people came to see us from all over the world for 3 nights in a row. Over 100,000 people.
Right.
This is what our music did for people. This is how we made people feel. I have to show these people some type of appreciation for what they've done for me and everybody in my family.
Oh, you right about that, okay.
I went into my vault and I got 18 songs and I just put them out Thanksgiving. And people seem to really be loving to hear Give Again as a solo record because they're getting to hear a whole new sound and just what my particular mind and sound of music is. You know, nobody's involved. You know, it's just me and the people that I started working with in LA. The people that's producing on my album is a guy named Dr. Freak. He produced the first record, Shine Like Gold, with CeeLo, and a producer named Caviar. You know, and you know, hey, but on the mixtape, you know, I did a song with Bruno Mars, and people were like, why did you put Bruno Mars on the mixtape? And I said, because I wanted to prove to you that I'll never do this again, and nobody will be able to ever beat what I just did. Like if you
put somebody that big on the mixtape,
you can go and get the biggest pop star in the world to come and be on the mixtape, then show me. But then again, I'm showing you that the only reason I'm able to do things like that is because I put my time into this business.
Okay.